Hi everybody, I'm Tim here with Ledger & Associates, Law Tip of the Day. Pleased to be joined by my oldest son, Brooks. Hey, Brooksy, take a look back there if it's not too painful. What does that remind you of?
My terrible scooter accident a few years ago.
And that was terrible to be, I was actually taking a nap. This happened right out in front of our house. And all of a sudden, somebody's banging on my bedroom door and said, hey, get some towels, bring some towels out here. And I said, what, I was dumbfounded anyway. I said, what for? He said, for the blood, for the blood. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, your son, he's been hit, he's lying on A1A. You weren't riding a motorcycle. What were you riding?
Well, we were riding electric scooters. It was, my brother and I were off looking for turtles in a pond in another neighborhood, and we were coming back and racing on these scooters. And we got to A1A, we were gonna cross the street to go to our house, and from one direction was coming my mom, and so I was waving to her and not paying attention to the cars, and we were in this race, so we just I don't know who went first or what happened, but anyway, we tried to just blast across the road without even looking, and Brett made it across, but I didn't.
Well, and the bad thing, you got hit. She was probably driving 50 miles an hour, but the good news is that it turned out fine. They were transported via helicopter to the hospital, and a few days later you were out and feeling pretty good. But
yeah.
Vehicles like that, you don't always get so lucky. In fact, a recent statistic is that motorcycle fatalities accounted for 14% of total crash fatalities. And that's pretty high, because far fewer than 14% of people out on the roads are on motorcycles.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you always... well, I was talking to someone the other day who had a motorcycle, and what he said is when he bought it, he knew that at some point he was going to be injured on it. It seems like it's impossible to own a motorcycle without at some point being involved in some kind of accident.
Well, I don't think it's inevitable. Sometimes someone else causes that accident. So I would like to recommend that if you have been damaged, if you've been hurt while riding a motorcycle and it's through the negligence of another, you should call somebody.
And I'll tell you who to call. You should call the law offices of Ledger & Associates. Their number is 800-300-0001.